The First Age in the Lord of the Rings Legendarium is a foundational period in J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth mythology. It is primarily detailed in the Silmarillion and covers a vast span of time. The First Age is defined by the rise and fall of great civilizations, epic wars, and the tragic fate of many heroic characters. It is dominated by the struggle between the forces of good, the elves, men, and the Valar, and Morgoth, the first Dark Lord, who precedes Sauron as the greatest evil in Middle-earth. The creation of the world. Ainu Lindal. Before the First Age begins, the world is created through a divine music, the Ainu Lindal, sung by the Ainur under the direction of Eru Ilúvatar, the supreme god. Morgoth, originally known as Melkor, one of the most powerful Ainur, introduces discord into this music, planting the seeds of evil in the world. Afterward, the Ainur descend into the world, and some of them, including Morgoth, shape it. The rise of Morgoth. Morgoth becomes the first and greatest Dark Lord, establishing himself in the fortress of Angband in the northern part of Middle-earth. He rebels against the other Valar, the most powerful Ainur, and corrupts much of Middle-earth with his malice. Morgoth desires to dominate and destroy the free peoples of Middle-earth, especially the elves, who are among the firstborn children of Eru. The awakening of the elves. The First Age sees the awakening of the elves at Cuivinen. The Valar invite the elves to live with them in the blessed land of Aman. Many elves, led by great leaders such as Fëanor and Fingolfin, journey west to live in Valinor. Fëanor, a key figure of the First Age, creates the Silmarils, 3 jewels containing the light of the 2 trees of Valinor, which are the most beautiful and powerful objects in existence. The theft of the Silmarils and the exile of the Noldor. Morgoth steals the Silmarils and flees back to Middle-earth. Fëanor, in his rage and desire to reclaim the Silmarils, leads many of the Noldor elves in pursuit. This results in the Oath of Fëanor, a fateful vow that he and his sons will reclaim the Silmarils at any cost, even against their own kin. This oath drives much of the tragic history of the First Age. The Noldor's departure from Valinor also leads to great sorrow, including the kinslaying at Alqualande, where Fëanor's followers slay other elves to steal their ships. The Wars of Beleriand. Much of the First Age is marked by the wars between the Noldor elves and Morgoth. These wars take place in the region of Beleriand, a land to the west of Middle-earth that is later submerged beneath the sea by the end of the age. The Dagor Nuin Gileath, Battle Under the Stars, early victories by the Noldor when they first returned to Middle-earth. The Dagor Bragolach, Battle of Sudden Flame, a major battle where Morgoth breaks the siege of Angband, leading to devastation across Beleriand. The Nirnaeth Arnodiad, Battle of Unnumbered Tears, a catastrophic defeat for the elves and their allies, resulting in the near destruction of their forces and the dominance of Morgoth over Beleriand. The heroes of the First Age. Many of the key characters of Tolkien's Legendarium are born in the First Age, and their stories are intertwined with the epic battles and tragedies of this time. Beren and Luthien, one of the most famous tales of the First Age. This story tells of Beren, a mortal man, and Luthien, an elf maiden, who embark on a perilous quest to steal a Silmaril from Morgoth's crown. Their love story is central to Tolkien's mythology, and their actions foreshadow the eventual downfall of Morgoth. Fingolfin, a heroic elf king who, in a desperate act, challenges Morgoth to single combat outside the gates of Angband. Though Fingolfin is ultimately slain, he wounds Morgoth severely, earning everlasting renown for his bravery. Hurin is a mortal warrior cursed by Morgoth, and his son Turin's tragic life unfolds in the Children of Hurin. Turin's story is one of doom and sorrow as he attempts to defy Morgoth but falls victim to fate. Arendil the Mariner, a half-elven hero, Eärendil sails to Valinor to plead for the Valar's aid in the war against Morgoth. His journey leads to the intervention of the Valar and the ultimate downfall of Morgoth. The downfall of Morgoth. After centuries of conflict, the Valar and the forces of the West finally intervene in the War of Wrath. They send their armies, led by the mighty host of the Maiar and elves from Valinor, to Beleriand. This culminates in the defeat of Morgoth in the War of Wrath, the final conflict of the First Age. Morgoth is captured and cast into the void, an eternal prison outside the world. The destruction wrought by this war is so great that Beleriand is submerged beneath the sea. The remnants of the Noldor and other peoples must move to new lands in the east, which becomes the setting for the later ages. The end of the First Age. The First Age ends with the defeat of Morgoth and the beginning of the dominion of men, as the elves diminish in power. Morgoth's lieutenant, Sauron, survives and becomes the chief antagonist in the subsequent Second and Third Ages. The First Age is a time of great heroism and tragedy. Its tales of high adventure, deep sorrow, and epic wars lay the mythological groundwork for the events in The Lord of the Rings. The echoes of the First Age, especially the tales of the Silmarils and the heroism of Beren and Luthien, profoundly influenced the later ages of Middle-earth.